Is that right?
I've been reading all week about how that game's already been played and it's done apparently. So I'll just go to Florida November 29th and.
Oh, the Michigan-Ohio State game has already been played?
Yeah, apparently they're winning that one as well by 3 touchdowns, the same as last year. It's going to
Yeah.
be a repeat, and they're.
I took Ohio State in that game. There was no reason in the world other than Ohio State stepping on their own you-know-whats to prove how tough they were.
Right,
Yeah,
2 yards and a cloud of dust.
yep. That's exactly what it was.
And a punt.
Yeah. Let's not throw the ball to Emeka Ibuka
'Cause he's
or Smith.
Yeah.
He's open, and then all they're going to say is that it was just the system. So we didn't want to win a system game. We're going to pound it down Michigan's throat and dominate this thing.
Against the two of the best
Was there
D-tackles
2 first-round D
in
tackles
the
there?
history of of Michigan football. And that's saying a couple of
10
things.
It is.
Yeah.
Put up 10 points. Do
They-
they play anybody?
They are missed, by the way. But hey,
Uh,
got to
Yeah,
step
they'll be,
up.
They'll be all right. I mean, the thing about the game tomorrow for Michigan is that again, just it seems like Underwood's a different player at home. I watched that game and against USC, and I thought I was watching the Oklahoma game again. Every pass is underneath. Everything is short. No protection. Can't go downfield. And then you're going to see the game tomorrow, and I guarantee you, first quarter he's going deep.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that, well, you hope. We'll see. Sharon Moore, it was the offensive line coach for this football team for 2 years in a row, winning the Joe Moore Award. So you'd think that they might want to, with or without Justice Haynes, they want to run the football. Okay, that's the DNA of this team. But the surprising thing, they tried to run it at USC. They did not get the push that they got against USC in the game last year in the Big House. Michigan ran the football down USC's throats, and kudos to them. They brought in some linemen this past year, and that's a way tougher USC team than what we saw in the Big House 2 years ago.
That game changed an awful lot when Haynes went out. But I'm curious.
I don't know who's the other running back.
Jordan Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall had a couple of good runs in the second half.
Yeah, Haynes is just a game breaker type, though. He's
Yeah.
special. So do we have an update?
I don't know.
tomorrow or
They
not?
didn't even say what the injury was. It looked like it's a
Rib.
fractured rib.
Look like ribs to me.
If
yeah.
it's a couple of ribs, it's not the greatest injury in the world. An injury that I've had.
You can't breathe, right?
No,
Yeah.
you can't breathe.
Yeah, that's
It's
a bit
really
of a problem.
bad for basketball players.
Right, football players can take plays off.
They can take plays off.
they
You
can
get
come
12,
off.
25 seconds between plays.
Wear a flak jacket.
You're not jumping up and down 250 times every 20 minutes. So it's a little different of an injury.
Yeah, basketball, they need to start calling timeouts to hose down these guys.
Did you see
Sweat all over the
Ivy
place.
is getting?
Hey, yeah,
Oh,
had
my God.
surgery on his knee.
It's only 4
Well, it's
weeks.
arthroscopic. It's
It's only
you know,
4
Right.
weeks. It's only 4 weeks.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
but
God. It could have happened well before the week before the season starts. But
No, they actually showed the play on where he
he tweaked.
yeah. I'm not 100% clear if it's the
Same
leg
leg?
that
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
not
last.
sure either.
Yeah, but it's tough for the kid.
it is.
You
That's
know,
why I feel bad for him,
the,
man.
the leg break last year was gruesome.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That was one of those ones where you got sick to your stomach watching the video. Right, same thing with an Aiden Hutchinson kind of look. So
And McNeil for that point.
yeah, no doubt.
Leg whip. But yeah, no, it'll be interesting. But yeah, going back to the start of the show, it's always fun to see 2 immobile quarterbacks going at it because that's the way the game should be played.
Well,
Well,
Rodgers is not immobile.
he still moves around. I liked Flacco keeping the ball on that read option on that one time.
That was
They're picking
hilarious.
up a first down, moving the chains. I loved it.
I think the Steelers, 3 of them fell down
They-
in
yeah.
laughter. Like,
You
at
saw
this.
every one of them flowed right to where the running back was going, and all Chase was out there blocking the other DB, and it was just wide open
It was
for
funny.
him
I
to
was,
run.
I was at Turtle Creek yesterday looking at props and stuff, and Aaron Rodgers' prop for rushing yards was a half a yard.
Yeah.
A half
And
a
he-
1 yard.
Half
And he got
a-
6. So he pounded that thing.
There-
Exactly. Hey,
That was like the lock of the year. Half a yard. Come on. Give me
I,
credit.
he's got to have over 500 yards of rushing offense versus the Lions, though.
I don't.
There was 3
there's-
plays a game versus the Lions when the Lions suck
Yep.
and the Packers were great, where Rodgers would just run for 18 yards.
My nightmare is still that Thanksgiving let's give you a second try for that Hail Mary, so
Oh, jeez.
so Rodgers can get in a position to make the catch and win the game, which you knew
I
was
mean,
going to
he
happen.
could throw it.
He
What
threw
was
it like
that? That was
70 yards.
65
Right.
yards in the air.
I mean-
And when he threw it, and it did, but did you see his reaction? Like, haha, yeah, I can still throw it that far. You didn't think I could, did you?
Yeah.
You guys were thinking 20-yard line, eh?
Well, but
That-
they
that
still
was-
had
that
6
was
guys
impressive.
in the end zone as
They did.
opposed to.
They did it right. They had guys in the front, guys in the back.
Yeah,
That's
as
how you're
opposed to the
supposed to
University
do
of
it.
Michigan versus Nebraska.
Guys in the front.
Yeah,
that's how
Yeah.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, I was at the Colorado-Michigan game. Let's not, Cordell Stewart.
Cordell.
80 yards in the air.
I was in the parking lot already.
80 yards. Oh, yeah. No, there was a lot of people in the parking lot because I was walking out and
Yeah.
I see all the Colorado fans that had already left, and I'm like, you guys just missed the biggest comeback in the history of your program.
Yeah, who wants to see that?
Right. If you're a Colorado fan, who would want to see that?
Well, no,
Because
I
there were
was
lot of-
not a Colorado
No, but I
fan.
mean, there were
Never-
a lot of Colorado fans out there. They had given up. I had counted that as a win. I mean, you had 8 seconds left, and you're on your own 24.
Yep.
Come on. But the
Rush
one-
2. That is always the, like, what do you do? What do you see? I'm going to rush 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Make them
it's
throw
not-
it early.
Yeah, I'm rushing 6 and 5 are in the end
the
zone.
end zone. That's what I couldn't
Yeah,
understand. It's
I'm rushing
let's-
3.
Right.
And we're
Yeah.
going to run one-on-one with the guy around the end zone.
Yeah.
Let's just
It's-
run over here. We'll run over there. We'll run over
Yeah,
here.
it takes at least 2.5 seconds to anchor.
Oh, yeah.
And get ready to heave that ball. It's hard to throw it on the run 70 yards
Lions
unless you're
did-
John Elway.
Right.
Lions did that to somebody last year on the last play of the game where they went ahead and just rushed and he had-
Yeah, they did it. I think it was against the Bears.
There was one of those.
Yeah.
It was a division game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was against the Bears.
Unless it was that Vikings game when they gave him one extra play, which was really.
No, but you're right. They
was
had
really
5
weird.
or 6. They never even got to playoff. Really,
Right.
it didn't even get a chance to form.
Yeah.
So,
No,
but there is a
worse
question
stuff.
mark to that because if it's the last play of the game, it doesn't matter. You get as much time as you want. It ticks to 0, and as long as the
Right.
ball's been hiked,
As long
that
as,
play-
keeps going until the play is over.
Did you see what game was it? Bad beats this past week.
Right. Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the 2 college teams that were playing, but this team was getting 5.5, and they were winning the whole game. And the team that was favored scored a touchdown with 5 seconds left to go. And so, the underdog still had the spread covered until on the last play of the game they tried the pitchy woo woo.
Yep.
And he throws it backwards and it bounces once on the ground and the defensive player runs
It in.
It's like that video they always show of the Ohio State guy looking
Yeah.
at the painted Ohio.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
Like, wait, we-
But this is exactly
just won.
This is exactly what happened.
I just won that bet. Oh, wow, yeah, really.
God
yeah.
bless it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm happy to report that the referees are still sticking to the story that nobody called him about the golf touchdown. Nobody.
Yeah.
Campbell's making that story up that the league said that New York.
I heard it's been written about in a whole bunch. It was in the Athletic that there was a phone call.
Right. And the referees after the game went ahead and clearly stated that no, we were just
No, we did not.
we were just talking among ourselves. Like, did you see anything? You sure?
What
You're
was
really,
what
really
was the
sure.
what
Right.
was the
You
what
sure
he
you didn't
didn't
see
come to a
anything?
complete
Complete
stop.
stop.
What is he, a pitcher?
Because the
What
right.
is it, balk?
Because suppose once he's went up behind the center and established a quarterback position, and he went out in motion, he then becomes a receiver and needs to be set for a half second. I mean,
And of course, Campbell said that they went over the play with the refs. Again. And for Ben Johnson being this offensive wizard, why the hell is it that we're still getting this kind of crap when we do something wizardry like, and it just gets called back because we did something wrong? But that's the one thing I've always hated about the NFL is penalties that really don't make any sense that they might want to think about updating at some point because
Well, this has been going on since Calvin Johnson. What is
Yeah.
a catch, not a catch?
it didn't deceive the defense in either situation. Dallas ran off the field like, oh my God, we just let Dan Skipper score. Oh, hey, great. A flag? Sure. Okay.
Oh,
we'll
we
take
were
it.
lucky to score on the play.
right.
God, that pass, Goff juggled it.
Yeah.
And the block,
Oh yeah,
the block
it could have been
wasn't-
an
the block wasn't
interception. That
great.
DB was fighting off.
Well,
I'm
guess
on
what?
our
You
thing.
know,
Had it been a pick six,
It would have stood.
No flags.
Yeah.
When did the flag come in?
Not until after they conferenced.
A minute and a half later.
It didn't get called during the
Yeah,
action.
there was no flag.
It was the great debate when New York was in their ear and telling them, you guys.
Every scoring play is reviewed.
Yes.
Which actually
But
it
that's-
should be. Let's face facts.
Yeah, true.
But that was reviewed for a penalty. It wasn't reviewed because of a score.
Yeah, because of a score.
That's why they said it wasn't supposed to go to New York, because you're reviewing, was he said at all? Was that a legal procedure? You know, you can't review that. It's plain and simple.
I'm just
You know, it's okay.
very
whatever.
curious. I don't know, Tampa Bay getting 6.5 points in this football game seems
That's
like a
down.
lot of points to me.
It's not that anymore.
No, what is it?
It's 3.5.
Really?
Is it down to that? Last I saw it was 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah, again, that's what I think I saw last night.
I mean, the guys, Taylor Lewan and his buddy that are all these big podcasters
Yes,
that are
yeah,
on Thursday, they both think that the
Bussin'
Lions,
with the boys.
they both said the Lions are going to win by 2 touchdowns. And that could easily happen, right?
Sure.
Other than those games have all been extremely close.
Yeah, Michigan. No, yeah,
Lions
you're
Tampa
right.
games have been
Lions do not
tight.
beat the Tampa Bay
Tight as
by
No,
2 touchdowns.
they play them tough.
Yeah, well, and
Well,
they.
I got to check into this now with Turtle Creek and what's going on, because the internet still says 5.5. but
Okay,
Turtle
well.
Creek was down at 3.5, so I guess I got to run back there now and
Well,
take the
while
3.5.
Gordon debates with
Damn.
the prognosticator and bookmakers here in Vegas,
My
you can
friend-
use our phone hotline. We will be back
What
after
is-
these.
Our friends in
Our friends at Caesars.
good old Brent Musburger.
Yeah, what did he say? Yeah,
Right.
this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm in love with A.J. McCarron's wife. We got it, Brent.
Okay, I don't get that reference. So,
What, you don't remember him broadcasting the Alabama game?
oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
quarterback.
In
They took
fact,
her,
that
yeah.
was the
And
they
last
kept
broadcast.
showing his
Isn't that the last
girlfriend.
broadcast he ever had?
Yes, it was.
And then he became what? The Vegas.
to work
yeah.
for
Yeah.
VSiN,
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
My guys in the desert. That's what it is. My guys in the desert have said, this is how this game will end.
Yeah. You got to figure out guys that do have gambling problems. There's a few of them around. Back up to these on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face Off, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
Think you know football? Go head-to-head for prizes with the Traverse City Record Eagles' own pro senior sports writer, James Cook. Pick your winners for every Sunday NFL matchup at record-eagle.com. If you beat James, you'll be entered to win a weekly prize from our Record Eagle sponsors. Make your picks each week, plus get contest rules and details at record-eagle.com/NFL Pick'em. Can you show up one of Northern Michigan's most trusted sports voices? James Cook's NFL Sunday Pick'em at record-eagle.com. The beauty of fall in Bel Air is simply breathtaking. Playing a round of golf on one of Shanty Creek's resort's 5 courses for only $35 is just as breathtaking. This October through the 19th, you can play a round of 18 holes of golf with a cart for an amazingly low $35. Experience Northern Michigan's autumn backdrop firsthand and take advantage of the best course conditions in the north. When you book your tee times today at shantycreek.com. Shanty Creek Resort, 90 holes, one incredible destination. shantycreek.com.
You met at graduation. You went to college together, moved cross-country, and took countless vacations together. But time has taken its toll. Maybe you're not willing to part ways yet. Thanks to Roscommon Auto Recyclers, you won't have to. They have a large inventory of original manufacturer recycled parts. And if they don't have what you're looking for, their sales team can find it for you. Here's to many more years of adventures on the road from Roscommon Auto Recyclers. They do it all. RoscommonAutoRecyclers.com.
Iron Pig Smokehouses in Gaylord are kicking off a spectacular happy hour from 3 to 6 every day of the week. Half off every draft, pitcher, and pizza, or choose from taco specials and delicious $6 apps, including burnt ends, pulled pork sliders, and loaded mac and cheese. The Iron Pig has 2 Gaylord locations, downtown on Main Street and near Otsego Lake on Old 27. For the friendliest, non-foodie dining in North America, check out the Iron Pig Smokehouse online and on Facebook and enjoy.
TVC's tip of the day. It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway, and TVC is ready to take you there. Whether you're visiting family and friends or chasing sunshine on southern beaches, TVC is the perfect flight for you. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Or choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United. Plus, enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. Seats are filling fast. Book your holiday and winter travel today. Explore all your flight options at tvcairport.com.
Yes, it is time for TVC Airport's Destination NFL. Jerry Coyne on the phone with Kevin Klein. And Kev, what have you got for us to see the Lions on the road?
Well, hey, you got the 2 homestands, so it gives you plenty of time
Right.
to prepare for those low fares against the Commanders on the 9th. American is $249.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Awesome. And then following up, the next week is in Philadelphia at $335. And then what I think is probably the best fare out there, December 14th in Los Angeles, $289.
Still under $300 to get to L.A., and that's
Yeah.
a pretty easy ticket to get at SoFi.
So do it now.
Yep.
Do it now. Minnesota on Christmas, $319, and the Bears on the 4th of January, $241. So,
That's
Yeah.
really cheap for Chicago.
oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So book it now. Book it now. Those fares are outstanding.
And, get in there a couple days early in Chicago, spend New Year's Eve downtown, and then watch the Lions house the Bears to end the season and see where they end up in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a little deep dish Chicago pizza wouldn't be a bad thing on New Year's. How about that?
Well, I'm more partial to Vito and Nick's thin crust pizza. That is the best pizza in the world. So you have both styles of pizza in the Chicagoland area, but thin crust, the crust thinner than the actual double the thick homemade Italian sausage. That's a pizza for me.
Wow, that was spoken like a true commercial. Wow. I was shocked at that. But hey, let's look at the Red Wings real quick.
Okay, good idea.
You've got again the in close out to the Sabres, $749. Islanders, $510. LA, though, that's where it comes back into pricing's really good again, $379. The Ducks, $434. The Rangers, though, in mid-November, $274 in New York there.
That's a good idea, although very tough. Even though the Rangers stink, very difficult to get Rangers tickets at Madison Square Garden.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And
You could catch it at
Americans
PJ
going to
Clark's
see
right
that-
around the corner. That's a good place to
Yeah.
go watch a hockey game.
Oh, yeah. And I've seen the Devils play. So I've been in New Jersey, and that's $469. And then, so you have some great fares coming up. Again, even, looking at Seattle in December, $294. And so, yeah, great things. But Chicago, seeing the Blackhawks on December 13th, $179.
Oh, get the hell out. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
United Center.
So-
That's a
so-
great place to see a hockey game. And you all know, I mean, that's, you can't drive there for that.
No, you can't.
No.
So
Yeah.
jump on board. Let's go see the Blackhawks. And I think that's our Chicago is. Those are some hot fares going through Chicago there, and that's awesome. So we're so happy those things.
Well,
but
keep
I
a-
do have to make an on-air statement.
Please,
though,
go ahead.
Barry. I do. I have to apologize to Autumn because she was so upset with me when I went on air last week, and then we had the worst Michigan sports performance.
Yes, across the board. It was awful.
It was horrible. So I can no longer have the losing streaks attributed to her.
Okay, that's fair. I do have one quick question for you. Did we get the results of the voting for the best resort airport yet?
Yes, we did. We ended up third behind Myrtle Beach and Sarasota. Sarasota was number one. So I am just, first of all, to be in the top 10 was awesome. Being third against the populations that those two cities have versus northern Michigan, I think that just shows per vote we're still number one.
There you go. Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. It's tvcairport.com for all the great airlines and fares that we're talking about. And don't forget, get your Florida trips booked through Allegiant right now. You'll never see lower fares than you will.
You never will. They're between $33 and $53 one way. Go book those fares right now. And, go Lions.
Go Lions. Thanks, Kev.
Thanks.
Yep. There you go, guys.
Yeah, Kevin, third place in the best resort airport. We all know it's tops in our books, that's for sure.
There's no doubt about it. It's getting better all the time.
Yes.
I'm not a Myrtle Beach fan anyway.
It's Vegas without the glitz, the casinos, or anything else, but it's
full of putt-putts.
There's some good golf courses there, but and then every chain restaurant you can possibly imagine.
Yeah,
and
biker weeks and all that stuff.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, we haven't been in a long time, and we only live 3.5 hours away in the winter, but we don't really go there.
We mentioned the Red Wings there at the end, and it's so
They're
funny.
hot.
Well, they are hot. They beat Toronto twice, and then the defending Stanley Cup champion, two-time defending Stanley Cup champions, and they have a couple more games at home. Then they're on the road for like the next year.
I saw that. I thought.
But what are they starting off the
Fair
season
was in town
with?
or something? Right, concert weeks.
Seven games in a row to open the season at home. They got Tampa tonight.
Wow.
And then they got Edmonton on Sunday. And the league did them, I'm sure it's going to change. It's going to whipsaw because they're getting in a lot of games before the Olympics. This is the first time in 12 years that they're allowed the players to play in the Olympics. But the Wings have not played back-to-back games yet. They're the only team in the league, from what I can tell, that's the case. And they've been playing at home. So they better win these games because it's all going to come back to haunt them.
Right. Yeah. Enjoy the cushion. You better take advantage
That's
of
right.
it.
But they're not playing pushovers either. They're playing
Right.
Tampa tonight, and like I said, Edmonton on Sunday.
They own Florida, it seems. That's the craziest thing. They beat Florida the end of last season. They beat Florida again the other night, and then Florida went to New Jersey and
Well,
lost
Cam
again.
Talbot is playing some pretty good goalie.
And-
They were all thinking it was going to be who's
Gibby.
the other goalie?
Gibby.
Gibson,
Yeah.
who got shelled in the opener,
Opener.
and
He looked
had
great.
and because they haven't played back to backs, they've been playing Talbot, and it's worked out pretty good.
Yeah, they were outshot by 30 shots on Sunday at
In the first Toronto game,
Yeah.
the one
Brutal.
in Toronto.
Yeah, they still won the game because the goal.
How long is Lucas out?
goalies-
Raymond.
goalies-
I haven't
Do
heard
we know
anything.
the infamous upper body injury?
As opposed to the infamous
Lower body injury.
That means
Right.
groin,
And it's,
groin or knee,
well,
knee or
we-
groin.
We know it wasn't in a fight, so it's.
No, that's for sure.
I don't know if you saw the hit.
Yeah, against the boards there.
He got popped.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's switch gears. So what I was going to mention really briefly. So the Wings lost that first game to the Canadians, right? And Gibson did not look good, but they left him hanging out to dry. I mean, I was talking to Gabe in the third quarter, and he goes, "Have you seen this abomination?" I go, he goes like, "The Wings suck."
Right.
I mean, he's already throwing the Wings.
Oh, is that
season
right?
out
He
in
was-
one game, right?
right.
And the same thing with all the writers, both the news and the free press. They're like, "Holy hell, this team is an abomination." They're like, you're almost starting to hear, okay, Stevie's got to go.
right.
All right? So they haven't lost since. And I'm like, this is worse than the Lions in the first game. Okay, I get it. There's 17 games. The Lions look like dog crap versus the Packers, right? And everybody in national TV, there goes the coordinators and everything else. So there's 82 hockey games. And Keith Gabe and every writer and everything else. The Wings suck! Fire everybody! I'm like, what are you talking about? And, what can you say? They haven't lost since. And
Yeah, getting scoring from who's that? Applegate or Appleton?
Appleton.
I mean, that's
I thought Appleton was just a town in Wisconsin.
yeah.
it is. It's a great little town.
Johnny
In fact.
Appleseed.
Yeah.
No, I've seen this before, though. That's the thing. I mean, last year, what was it? We were into February, and I think the Wings had a shot at first in the division at that time. So,
Well, but
they've
last
gotta
year
carry it.
the Wings had the easiest schedule in the NHL in the first half of the season, and the second half of the season they had the hardest schedule. Now, they're playing nothing but winning teams right now,
No.
so I don't know how that's going to extrapolate out. But I'm just that there was a lot of reasons why the Wings had as good a front, a good a year as they had up front. So just FYI.
we'll see if they can maintain it. The big thing for me has always been the back.
Yeah, they got to play defense.
The defense has been bad for so many years, and now you've still got a mix of youth and age.
Yeah, and
You know,
with
youth and-
Edmonton coming to town also on Sunday,
Youth and
do
vet-
they score any goals?
No,
A
not
couple.
anymore. They only, I think, scored 4 last night. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, the
They're
funny thing is
slumping.
is
But
that
it is a day game, so you can still watch
after the
football.
two
Right.
games that they played against Toronto opened up an 8-burger. I can't remember who they played, but everything that they fired at the goalie went in the net
Yeah.
in the next game.
Might have been New Jersey.
I want
New
to
Jersey,
flip
maybe.
back to the NFL. We'll go over the card here for a minute. Another London game, a foggy day in London town. The Rams are playing the Jags. Are the Jags for real?
It's a home game for the Jags. For sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well, it
because they
is.
play over there so often.
Yeah, they
yes.
do. Yeah.
They live there.
Omar Khan might be from there. Yeah, you want us to play in London? We're good with
Oh
that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. We're fine. But yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out the Rams.
100%.
Yeah, they
I
have
don't know if Nakua's going to play.
Right.
With a bad ankle. I don't think he will. But you know, they do have a guy named Adams who's not
They-
so bad.
Devontae.
Yep. And they can run the football pretty well too. So
They can. They can.
I'd give. Yeah, I mean,
I think the Rams
Jacksonville
here.
has to win one of those over there. But Jacksonville's what, 4-2, or it's
Jacksonville's 4-2. Yeah.
Yeah, go
The-
Jags.
The Bears are hosting the Saints. This prognosticator that I follow a little bit says that is the lock of the week. The
Oh.
Saints getting 5.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Bears. The Bears are blowing everybody out. They're not going to
Blowing who out?
Game out. That's what I'm reading in the Chicago.
Of course you are in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
How did they win the? Only because Jalen, what is it? Daniels turned the ball over 3 times, including gift wrapping a fumble with 2 minutes left to go.
that was brutal.
I mean,
That was brutal.
I mean, hey, I'm sorry we ruined your season last
This
year with
year.
a Hail Mary.
Right.
Here's the football.
And how about Jake Moody showing up those Niner fans?
Yeah, that was a tough 28-yarder he had to make.
hated him so much. It was like,
yeah.
Well, they ought to.
You could tell
they
it-
drafted him in the third round, and he missed
He ton of
a
kicks,
poop bag.
But you could tell he was nervous about that kick. He's like, oh no,
Well, he missed
I got to
one. They blocked
ingratiate.
one. He didn't miss.
Yeah,
They blocked one of his.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
But-
it's. I mean, at this point, apparently, Caleb's stats right now are better than Tom Brady's were. I mean, Chicago is. You should just read what they're saying out there. It's incredible.
Well, they're just-
they are the 85 Bears all over again. They're going to go 15-2.
Are they? Okay.
Apparently,
I
yeah.
love it.
Where do I sign up for that? The counter of that bet.
Yeah.
That apparently is. Just give Ben Johnson a call.
Here is a fantastic football
Saints.
game. The Browns hosting the Dolphins.
Oh,
Wow, where's it at?
It's in Cleveland.
Oh, geez, Browns got to win that game at home, don't they? How has Miami not made a coaching change yet? That locker room is fascinating.
Well, I don't think their owner has enough money.
no, he doesn't. Ross, no.
Yeah, that's probably true.
What was the story about him? He paid. Who's it? Who's the D coordinator for the Vikings? He was the Minnesota head
Flores.
coach.
Flores, yeah.
Flores. So he supposedly was willing to pay Flores $100,000 per loss in his last year so they could get Tua, tanking
Right.
for Tua, which came about anyways, and that's why Flores is suing the league, and they're allowing that lawsuit to go ahead.
Wow.
For discrimination and a whole bunch of other crap.
Sure.
But that was the story. That's the genesis of the story, is that Ross is like, keep it fair, Judge.
Yeah.
That explains some of these
Oh, yeah.
late
Are the
finishes of
Chiefs all the way
football
back? I mean, the Raiders historically play the Chiefs way better than the 11.5 or the 12.5 now that they're getting.
games. What's the penalty over under? That's what I want to know.
And didn't Vegas win last week?
Vegas has been killing it.
Yeah.
They did. In fact, you saw that one poor bastard bet $5,000 on a golf to score the first TD of the game that would have paid $450,000.
I didn't see
I
that.
didn't.
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
No.
that was a good
When you
story.
say Vegas did win last week. I thought you were talking about the actual bookmakers.
Oh no! I was
Vegas
the football.
is killing it.
Yeah.
They are having a historical year from the against the public.
I would not be. Yeah, I would not
Yeah.
doubt that.
So that turnaround's coming soon because I don't care how good you are, sooner or later the gambling gods roll right over you. Whether you're the bookmaker or the what's the name of the degenerate gambler? What do you call yourself?
The Hank.
The what?
The Hank.
The Hank.
The Hank.
Hank Goldberg.
Oh,
It's an old radio nickname I had.
okay. Well, I
time
remember
ago.
Hank Goldberg, but
Yes, and he predicted horse races. I spent years and decades predicting interest rate. It was just a sort of a
Okay.
nickname.
Oh, that's
they gave me
right.
Down south. Right?
MillerLending.com.
Did you know Kurt Signetti? It was a
Vote
no-cost loan
Quimby.
borrower?
Yes.
That Kurt Signetti. Yes.
That's at KurtSignetti.com.
the rich guy.
He's got more money now.
He doesn't know
buy
me
a better
he doesn't-
place.
He doesn't know me anymore. He doesn't need a no-cost loan anymore.
It'll be one of the most interesting games coming up. The Eagles on the road at the Vikings.
Very much so.
Yeah.
The Carson Wentz game. Wow, revenge.
Wentz has been good.
Revenge.
I'm not surprised that Wentz has been good
Boy, does he owe
because
Philly one.
KOC knows what he's doing with quarterbacks.
He does.
Yep.
Other than JJ, but yeah, I mean.
Well,
there's
JJ is-
When is JJ coming back?
Why would you bring him back
Yeah.
if
Right,
Wentz
but
is continuing?
He will be
to win?
100% before
Yeah.
he
That is-
steps
that is
back
gonna
on
be
the
a
field.
4-month.
This is a
Sprained
way
ankle.
better, but this is a way better education for him to have been in the game
Played
as
a
opposed
couple
to not
and-
playing a game.
Yep.
And
So much more relatable now.
I mean,
When-
could it be a possibility that Harbaugh was wrong about him?
No,
Okay,
he's the quarterback whisperer.
Jimmy is.
Yeah.
Well,
But it's kind of fun to see the Eagles
Andrew
in a
Luck,
little
maybe.
turmoil.
is
Must
Aaron
admit.
Glenn getting his first win? And if he doesn't win this game, does he get fired? Is Aaron Glenn going to get fired before the end of this year if
I
if
would-
he's 0-10?
Can he fire Tanner Angstrand instead? Does he
Well,
need to
He,
just fire?
guess what?
He needs to fire
He
the
hired
coordinators.
Tanner.
Oh, yeah, he
Oh,
did.
no, yeah.
Isn't he a Lion?
He's a Lion,
Is it-
yes.
when the Lions first looked like total dog crap
They,
against
they
the
said,
Packers,
why
they're
didn't they
like,
get
"Why didn't we
Tanner
keep looking?"
Engstrom? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, how's that looking now, sports
That's him.
fans?
That's him. Well, he's just thinking he has the same personnel he has in Detroit. It probably would work
Oh,
if he has a
it's
Lions
just
offense.
some of these stories, they're so easy. They just,
I do like the Jets this week. I really do.
do you?
Yeah.
I
That-
liked him last week, but the game didn't end soon enough. I would love to see Philly lose 3 in a row, though.
I would.
I really would.
But-
I mean, we're going into Washington and Philly after the break. I love this.
Well,
schedule.
it's going to
the
be
Bears play the Saints.
it's
We
going to
play
be
Tampa,
interesting because the
Kansas
Vikings
City,
are not doing a
Philly.
fantastic job of defending the run, and that's the problem with the Eagles. They cannot run the football like they did last year. That's just
Right.
I don't know for whatever reason, but when you look at it, Barkley does not have any room to go through holes. He's
No.
getting caught in the backfield,
right.
and so when you can't run the football, you can't win. I mean, that's why the Lions looked like crap against the Packers because they couldn't run the football.
ball. No space to run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was some stat, and I can't remember exactly what it was. Last year, Barkley would not average 8
half yards
Bef-
before contact.
tap.
Yeah.
And then this year it's like 1 yard or something like that
Yeah, there's
before
only
he's
one
being hit.
running
It's
back
weird.
ever that was Barry Sanders, who didn't need a hole.
No, exactly.
But he was the one guy that would do 4 moves as soon as he got the football. While the whole
Barry made a negative 5 yard run look exciting.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Even
just-
if there was a hole, he would still juke 4 or 5 guys.
that's why the
sometimes.
Bengals won last night. It's the first time they've run the football.
football. Yeah.
The greatest thing about Barry's 2,000-yard season when he broke it against the Jets that day, I call it the Reggie Brown game.
Yes.
But he breaks 2,000, and then typical Barry. Next play, he loses yardage and went under 2,000.
But then he broke that one.
He
and-
broke one for about
Yes.
13. But yeah, it was just so funny to celebrate 2,000 and then have Barry do a Barry and go negative.
You got to just love the irony of what happens in the NFL. So the Patriots are heading to Tennessee, and Mike Vrabel, after the guy that they fired him, and that coach is gone already.
Yeah, and they said, "Want a new culture here." You had
Vrabel.
Vrabel.
I know that's
what
a new culture.
They do.
A culture of losing.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't need to worry about those playoff losses anymore.
This is I'm not
built
even
through
going
the
to get into
draft.
it. This is what is it, the owner's daughter. It's working out in Indianapolis. The owner's daughter is, the team's
taking
doing
over
well.
for-
But Tennessee's in the same boat. That's the owner's daughter, not so much.
We've got that here.
We've got with the Lions, the owner's
Owner's
daughter.
granddaughter.
That's true.
Oh,
I don't know if it's
This
Sheila
could
might
be
be yeah.
She's
William Clay Ford. I think she is William Clay Ford's daughter. Okay.
yeah, I think so.
Because the mom was running it for a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
that's right.
Martha.
Yeah.
Yep.
still hanging.
But
in
actually, Chris Spielman is running the team. Let's
Right,
facts.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
The Broncos and the Giants should be a really good football game. I'm kind of surprised that the
upstart
Giants are
Giants.
getting. I mean, the Giants. Cam Scatterbo. I told you I love that guy.
You did.
But Denver at home, with most people calling the best defense in football. Well, we're going to find out, right?
Denver should have lost that game to the Jets.
Those guys, it's amazing
That
what
was-
two rookies, the enthusiasm that has been instilled
Just
into
think
that.
how much better this if Neighbors was in this line.
Oh, exactly. Because they actually got some defensive guys.
Yeah, they do.
You
Well,
know,
they do. They got
that
three.
li-
They got
D-line
three
is-
first round draft picks on the D line.
Just imagine if they had a Daniel Jones type quarterback.
Jackson Dart looks like he's going to be okay. Just
Well,
food for thought.
they gave Daniel Jones $1 billion.
Do we know anything
basically.
about the Chargers' offensive line? Did they get anybody back?
I have not
How are
heard.
they favored versus the Colts?
That's
Just saying.
What is going on with
Yep.
that? That just doesn't seem right at all.
Packers and Cardinals, the Packers are starting to look more and more like a fraud than anything else. I mean, they were lucky that Flacco only had 2 days to get ready for him because they outplayed them seriously
Right.
in the second half. But that is looking like it's going to be crazy good.
Green
if
Bay-
Higgins and Jamar Chase stay healthy, that offense is they're gonna look like Dallas. We'll just outscore you.
Yeah. But that late game or afternoon game on Sunday, Arizona have any chance against Green Bay, you think?
I don't know.
I don't
know.
Well, we'll be watching the.
They're coming off a
Red Wing
bye.
Edmonton game, so
Oh, yeah,
we'll
we
be
can
ready.
watch every game because Lions don't play till Monday night.
Washington,
We don't-
Dallas.
we don't even
This is a huge game for the Cowboys. How did the Cowboys get run out of the building versus the Carolina Panthers? I mean, that was just incredibly bad. Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, that was the revenge game
Yeah.
for Rico. Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
Yeah, that's a little bizarre. Carolina at home has been actually pretty good. They shut Atlanta out. I can't
Yeah,
understand.
they're
And
They-
yeah,
they-
what's
they-
the deal with
anything
Atlanta?
about Atlanta,
They
I-
look like world beaters. Then
one
Well,
week and then they get
They
shut
are
out and-
underdogs versus San Francisco on the road. After what you just saw.
so right.
San Francisco looks like a 7-win team to me. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
'Cause-
I don't know what the training staff does.
Their
there.
injury list is longer than their roster.
Yeah, but they keep winning.
I know. It's
They
incredible.
could have won the Tampa game. And Baker Mayfield has that 3rd and 18 that he runs for a first down through half the defense,
Right.
including running out of what's his name? Fred. No, Warner was already off the field.
Yeah.
That is a
But
that is
that's
a massive loss.
It sure is.
For I mean,
Yeah.
that guy is by far and away the best linebacker in football.
Yes. He covers so much
yeah, he
ground.
is a fantastic,
He's great against the run, against the pass. He's a leader. Yeah, that was a devastating injury for them.
And then I have no idea. We're way behind, but why did ESPN decide to bring in a second game when you got the Lions playing Tampa? It's up to them to pull it.
That's all you needed. That's a great matchup.
It's either that or the one of the Manning brothers couldn't do the Manning cast. So they go, "Oh, we better bring
Maybe.
in another game." That's the only thing I can think of.
And that's to have.
And that's a 10 o'clock Eastern
Seattle.
start, right? Yeah, because the Lions start at 7. And so,
Yeah.
Which the great thing is going to that game Monday night and the way traffic is after that game, I'll be home in time for the fourth quarter.
Driving all the way up here? Oh, you just sit in the back of the limo and watch it on TV
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll-
As Gordon contemplates that possibility,
Yes.
we'll be back after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face-Out, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
It's time for the Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it.
Visit us on UpNorthSportsRadio.com for more information on how to ride safe this fall.
This has been your Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it. Mowing the yard will no longer be a chore with a Toro Time Cutter, built to tackle big jobs while fitting in small spaces with zero-turn maneuverability. Getting on and off the mower is a breeze with a step-through front end. Comfort comes standard with a seat that provides the ultimate in padding and back support. The Toro Time Cutter is available in a variety of deck sizes and special features. Head to your local Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit, or visit OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Toro, count on it.
Have you ever thought about how simple it can be to make a big difference in a child's life? It's true. At Big Brothers Big Sisters, we believe in the power of take along a little. Imagine this. You're heading out for a day of fishing. Just you, your favorite spot, and the soothing sounds of nature. Why not take a child along with you? They might not know how to cast a line yet, but they're eager to learn. Just like they're eager to spend time with you. Every moment you share, whether it's teaching them how to navigate the water, sharing stories, or just enjoying the quiet, builds their confidence and opens their world. You don't have to change your life to inspire a child's. Just invite them to be a part of your ordinary days. To join our village and make a lasting impact, visit bigsupnorth.org and find out how easy it is to become a mentor. Together, we can help our youth grow and thrive, one small outing at a time.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Cornell Insurance Agency in Grayling is your independent auto owner's agent. CornellInsurance.com.
Watch the Traverse City West Titans, streaming live at UpNorthSportsRadio.com.
Brought to you in part by TVC Cherry Capital Airport, your hometown airport, flying nonstop to the sun every day. TVCAirport.com.
TC West Titans on UpNorthSportsRadio.com.
All right, gentlemen, we usually like to check in with Lindsay Southwell from Shanty Creek, but she's busy oiling the chairlift for what should be a great weekend of chairlift rides to see all the great colors. As I was telling the guys here, I played on Sunday at Cedar River. The colors are magnificent, and I was out yesterday as well. So if you want to take an hour or so to head over to Shanty Creek for the chairlift ride, they're only $10. And you can get a hot chocolate, a coffee, or a hazy IPA from Shorts for that 30-minute ride. It's a fantastic couples deal for sure. Or you can take advantage of the $35 golf special. It was packed on the golf courses there last week. But there are still some tee times available for this afternoon, Saturday, and Sunday. And you can play on Sunday because the Lions are on Monday.
That's right.
They were playing Sunday night. That's why we played Sunday at noon at Cedar River. $35. This is the last weekend of golf at Shanty Creek. They shut the whole thing down for the season on Sunday afternoon. So head over to shantycreek.com to get your chairlift reservations or your tee times. You'll regret it if you don't. There you go.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's harsh.
Well, it's not harsh. I mean, it's unfortunately the golf season ends here in northern Michigan.
Right.
I know you're not a golfer, so.
Well, I'm a diner, and the restaurants are all closing now as well.
They're not all closing.
I'm not used to this. you know,
Well, then head back to Carolina, you slouch.
Give me a month, okay?
Okay, we'll give you a month. Good. You know what? I'm glad you're hanging out. I hate these snowbirds that hit the bricks already. You know, you can't go until after Thanksgiving. That's the way I would be if I had my winter palace somewhere. I'm hanging out till at least Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my orders this year were until Christmas, but.
Don't you want to see a little snow
Christmas
before
in
you
the
go?
South Christmas in the South isn't really Christmas.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's so weird.
It's a golf day.
I lived in California for 4 years. It's weird.
Right.
Yeah. We went rock climbing on Christmas Day once.
I'm going down to my daughter's in Texas this Christmas, and it's like it's going to be weird.
Yeah. Well, was it last year that it was the first year that I've been up here that we didn't have snow on Christmas? We did not have a white Christmas this past year, and that is a little depressing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're up here and it's cold, bring the snow.
Yeah,
Come on, bring it.
Come on. You know, you want to wake up on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And see
Yeah.
some snow
Absolutely.
on the ground. There's still a little magic, even at our advanced age. We were talking a little bit about a fantastic slate of football games for college. What's the one game that you guys are most interested in?
Oh, jeez.
It's just personal. I'm looking forward to the Michigan-Washington game just to see. I mean, this is a tough opponent for Michigan.
It is.
It is.
And they're going to have to show that they're not a 7-5 team again. So they have to win the game tomorrow.
Well,
there's
going to be a lot. You know, if Michigan doesn't win this game, then they're heading to Michigan State. Now, the Spartans do not look very good, but this is the typical time when Michigan State just comes up and, and then you're going to start hearing Sharon Moore talk.
And
you're starting to hear just a little bubble of it
There
already.
is a little bit, yes.
So,
and the landscape of college football now, as we saw,
James Franklin.
He gone.
No, U of M.
Oh,
that's
dude. No, I know. Yeah, I was gonna say.
No way.
He only got a $60 million buyout, right? I don't know how those things get settled. That's what's keeping Belichick in Chapel Hill is that buyout.
Well, his buyout's only $1 million.
There's more going on than that though. But this stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
USC Notre Dame tomorrow, and that'll be fun.
That's the game that's going to be a great football game.
Because I think they're underestimating USC in that game.
I do. A night at South Bend is never fun. I mean, I went to a number of those games because they always ended up Michigan playing Notre Dame at night, and it's one of it can be a house of horrors. And did you know that this is the last USC Notre Dame game on the books?
It is, yes. I did see that little side note.
Yeah,
there.
I know they got Michigan back on the schedule, like on 35 or 36. But there is, I don't know when they could put USC back in, unless there's a dropout or whatever. Right. But that is unbelievable to me. This is one of the great rivalries in all of college football. I mean, it's got to be in the top 5, right?
There's only going to be 2 conferences by 2035. Who knows what
there might be?
The schedule's going to keep getting reworked. I bet.
I will tell you one of my earliest memories. What year was it? Had to be 68, 69. Joe Theismann, quarterback for Notre Dame. They're playing out in SC. This is a team that everybody is touting for a national championship for Notre Dame. Notre Dame goes up 24-0 in first half out in the Coliseum. My dad is in the living room. He's having a couple of pops. And then I think it was Anthony Davis takes the second half kickoff back for a touchdown. And Notre Dame ends up losing 48-24. They don't score another point. With about 3 minutes left in the game when USC scores the last point, my dad throws a bottle of CC through the television. Swear to God. My mom packs me and my 3 brothers up and drives us out of the house to stay in a motel on Woodward.
A safe house.
Oh, God, JC.
That's taking you to a safe house. It's not safe here.
Right.
Your dad has that look in his eyes. That's why you.
So Canadian Club. Every time I see Canadian Club, I'm like,
you think of it. Flying through the air. Right
It was
through
that-
the
one of the
TV.
big old Phillips, you know.
Oh
thing
yeah,
with
heavy duty
contraption.
rascals.
Yeah.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
now it would just bounce right back off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, I'm interested in that game.
The memories.
We got to take a quick break here on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face-Off, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
The beauty of fall in Bel Air is simply breathtaking. Playing a round of golf on one of Shanty Creek's resort's 5 courses for only $35 is just as breathtaking. This October through the 19th, you can play a round of 18 holes of golf with a cart for an amazingly low $35. Experience Northern Michigan's autumn backdrop firsthand and take advantage of the best course conditions in the north. When you book your tee times today at shantycreek.com. Shanty Creek Resort, 90 holes, one incredible destination. shantycreek.com. Think you know football? Go head-to-head for prizes with the Traverse City Record Eagles' own pro senior sports writer, James Cook. Pick your winners for every Sunday NFL matchup at record-eagle.com. If you beat James, you'll be entered to win a weekly prize from our Record Eagle sponsors. Make your picks each week, plus get contest rules and details at record-eagle.com/NFL Pick'em. Can you show up one of Northern Michigan's most trusted sports voices? James Cook's NFL Sunday Pick'em at record-eagle.com.
Something strange is brewing up north, and it's not just the beer. Fear Michigan has teamed up with Shorts Brewing Company to unleash Doghouse, a horror short film about a mad brew scientist, a Michigan legend, and a cure that might be worse than the curse. Get to the exclusive Fear Michigan premiere of Doghouse, Saturday night, October 25th at Shorts Brewing Company's Bel Air Pub, a one-night-only themed event with giveaways, a secret menu, and special beverage releases. Local beer, local horror, pure Michigan chills. Step into the Doghouse if you dare.
TVC's Tip of the Day. It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway, and TVC is ready to take you there. Whether you're visiting family and friends or chasing sunshine on southern beaches, TVC is the perfect flight for you. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Or choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United. Plus enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. Seats are filling fast. Book your holiday and winter travel today. Explore all your flight options at tvcairport.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Bellino from Spin on Sports, Michigan Sports Talk Morning Show on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard live weekday mornings from 6 to 9 right here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. Whether it's Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, Michigan, Michigan State, the Big Ten, the Mid-American Conference, all the headlines, all the stories, and always Michigan teams first. It's all right here on Spin on Sports, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard locally on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY.
Our mics were open that whole time, by the way.
Oh,
Welcome back to Friday Face-Off. You got a little insight into what the hell's going on in our lives. But I guess the Dodgers. It doesn't. You know, when you have a lineup, what's their payroll?
Oh,
$17 billion.
Yeah, something like that. I guess you can turn it on and turn it off.
That you can, because they are proving it for sure.
Yeah, it's incredible that you watch the Dodgers all year, and for the majority of the season, Detroit had a better record than them. They were behind.
Well, the
San
Brewers had
Diego.
a way better record than them.
Brewers were much better record. The Dodgers had no starting pitching. They weren't getting clutch hitting. The playoffs come, and boom, they're going to win it all.
Well, all their starters are back, right?
Yeah. Everybody's back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're all hitting.
Yeah.
And it's not fair.
Other than
Ohtani, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not fair at all.
Well, it's, I don't think Major League Baseball is going to do anything about it.
They're going to have a holdout after 26. They got the collective bargaining agreement coming up, and there's been a little bit of talk about
that's
an issue with letting teams like the Dodgers just buy up.
Is that I haven't heard that. Why would the players want to rein that in? Because it just means more money. When the Dodgers can go ahead and match anybody's salary, it's just good for the players, right?
They want to try to figure out something with competitive balance. I
think they should.
They should.
I mean, if you count competitive balance as 7 teams that are in somewhat the same financial stratosphere as the Dodgers.
Right. When the penalty is a fine to somebody who's a multi-billionaire, that doesn't work.
No, I 100% agree.
First-round draft pick at the end of the first round, which is the 33rd best selection, is going to compensate you for losing a 15-time All-Star or whatever ends up being the case. The one thing about Skubal that's going to be interesting is all those massive pitcher contracts that were handed out.
Yep.
I don't think one of them has worked out.
Oh, I know.
Well, no, I mean, it's a tough decision. A plumber was over at my house yesterday afternoon, and he listens to the show, and he goes, "What do you think the Tigers can sign Skubal?" I said, "They can. The question is, will they? And does it make sense for the Tigers to go ahead and wrap $450 million around one player who, if he gets hurt, you look foolish?" I mean,
we almost have precedence here, because to me, yesterday was the first volley. And, here comes news from John Paul Morosi, who covers the Tigers, that they're $250 million apart in negotiation. And I thought to myself, oh, we're doing the Scherzer-Verlander thing in the paper again, where we're going to leak these numbers, say how far apart we were, blame Skubal for being extremely greedy, and then using that as the reason why obviously all the fans agree we got to trade the guy. We're never going to sign him.
Well, that's not exactly what happened with Scherzer. I mean, they offered Scherzer $168 million, which was the biggest contract for any pitcher in baseball, and Boris knew he could get $185 million from the Nationals, and that's what happened, and that's why I hate the guy.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
And he did it to us again with Bregman this past year, and now Bregman opts out of the deal.
Of course he does.
And Boris has said he's not going to sign right now. He's going to free agency.
They're going to free agency.
He is going.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt. Even if they say $600 million, doesn't matter. He's going to free agency.
When he's
taking the risk,
because he's, whatever offer the Tigers have or anything else, he's just going to go Dodgers.
Yep, Dodgers, Yankees. Yep.
I think he's going back to Houston, but we'll see how that one works out. But
Seattle, why not go back home?
Yeah.
Well, that's where Skubal should be going to Seattle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah.
University of Seattle, local star.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's very briefly. So there is a little scuttlebutt that Skubal did not fight to come out of the game in Game 5.
He didn't do the Max Scherzer last night.
That he emptied the tank in that 6th inning, retiring 14 straight without a single stressful pitch the whole game. But he's throwing over 100. You don't understand. But that's just how he throws.
Well,
if he's not built to go more than 98 pitches, he's not going to get $50 million a year from anybody. Six-inning pitchers are not going to get that much money.
We will see. Like you said, there's the collective bargaining agreement ends at the end of this next season when Skubal's contract is over. There's a lot of talk that there will be at least a partial work stoppage, that the season will not start on time in 2027. So we'll see how much that affects the Tarek Skubal deal.
Yeah. If there's one criticism of Skubal, and there's not many, it's just pitch efficiency. He builds up those big numbers as far number of pitches. If he were more efficient, he could go into 7 innings. He could do things like that. But it's easy for me to say in the cheap seats here. But again,
Justin Verlander gave up a ton of pitches as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, guys are just in there hacking to stay in there.
Yeah,
and so you're going to foul off pitches. I mean, Skubal is the best starting swing and miss pitcher in baseball. So I don't know what more he can do there.
The one thing JV did different than what Skubal's doing now is that JV would pace.
Yeah.
Skubal's going to try to throw 101 in the first inning.
JV wouldn't get to the third, fourth,
with
fifth.
no thought about trying to carry the whole game. But if I've got a 2-1 lead in the 6th inning, I'm not coming out.
Yeah.
I'm not coming out, at least until I give up a base runner.
The horse
He's literally
is still
retired 14 straight.
Right.
Let a runner get on first. It just... And driving in, and I might have said this last week, but driving in, all they said was, this game for Detroit to win, Skubal goes 7, Vest goes to the last 2.
Yeah.
That's how you win the game.
Right.
And then after 6, I'm like, no way. I'm counting pitches from the 4th inning on, saying, no way, this is not happening. But hey, it led to Dan Dickerson's classic comment post-game. We'll never listen to a post-game show the same, so it's all good from now on.
He's human.
It's time for the Sarah Automotive High School Sportscape show here on Up North Sports Radio. Thank you, Gordon, for your insight. Enjoy the trip down to Ann Arbor. Bring home a winner.
You bet. It's going to be a fun weekend. You guys have a great show and appreciate it once again.
All right. Thank you, sir. That's MillerLending.com. Time for the Sarah Automotive High School and Miller Lending High School Sports Game Show. On Up North Sports Radio, brought to us by Sarah Automotive. Sarah in Kalkaska and Gaylord, the best place to get a new or used vehicle. James Cook joining us from the Traverse City Record Eagle. James, did you do a little better in your prognosticating last week? As opposed to, I don't know. Okay.
I really haven't paid attention.
Fair enough. Well, I'm glad they're pumping so much promotion into this.
James puts his picks in, and then he's done with it.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Out prognosticate James Cook, get a free hot dog.
I don't even know what the prize is.
I think it's a free hot dog. Or a one-time free view of any article if you don't have the Record Eagle.
Subscription or something.
Yeah, exactly. Where are you headed this week?
Going up to Traverse City Central. They're in town playing Bay City Central, so that should be a game that TC Central should take care of, you would think.
You would think.
Yes. Yeah, you would think they're right now, as it stands, unofficially, Traverse City Central is the number 2 seed in their district.
Wow.
So playing those bigger schools has paid off for Central, getting those wins. But, yeah, Bay City Central comes in at 1-6. They're struggling again. I expect TC Central to win handily. But you know who the number 1 team in that district right now is Muskegon at 5-2. They've taken 2 losses. So and West is hanging on with the 4 seed as it stands right now, but still need to win out.
Well, they have got to win tonight.
For
West
sure.
has got to win tonight.
Yep.
Both of them need to win. I mean, Central obviously should win. I think West, would be favored to win too against Bay City Western, but they both really need a playoff to win here. I mean,
at least West played a pretty good game against a very, very good Mount Pleasant team.
For sure.
To at least erase the stink from the game before that.
Now, the Bay City Western team, they're a 3 seed in Division 3 right now. They're a little smaller school, so they're battling for their playoff lives as well, James.
Yeah, and West is kind of clinging into a spot in Division 2. I think they're like number 30 or 27 or something like that, and 32 make it.
Right.
So they can't afford a loss here.
No question.
They need a win here to it's against a smaller school, so they might not gain a whole lot of points, but they need to at least stay where they're at, and then put themselves in position to have the chance to get a win in the Patriot game.
Yes.
And get themselves in.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There's some really good matchups also around the North, James. A 5-2 Boyne City team traveling to 7-0 Charlevoix.
Yeah, there's a lot of games this week that are, not a lot of conference games.
Yeah.
Those are seems like it's already decided, a lot of those conferences. So There's a lot of non-conference games. Boyne and Charlevoix are both in the Northern Michigan Football Conference, but in different divisions.
Yes.
So it's really a non-conference game. Charlevoix is sitting at number 3 in points in Division 7. So everything's looking pretty for them. They're about 5 points, I think it is, behind Menominee, who's first.
Right.
So I would imagine that they would be in the same half of the bracket. So if they could pass Menominee, they would maybe have home field throughout the playoffs until you get to the semifinals, which are usually neutral site.
Yeah, as it stands right now, I'm looking because I have it pulled up here. Menominee's sitting there with almost 50 playoff points, 49.9, and then Charlevoix sitting there at 40 even. So if they could get a win against a bigger Boyne City team, that certainly would help out.
Yeah, that would help out a lot, and potentially maybe avoid a trip to Menominee, which nobody wants to make in the playoffs.
Been there many a times. It's a house of horrors there for sure.
Well, I think they've improved the stadium.
Oh, they have? Of course they have.
Yeah, I think a year or two ago, I think it got condemned, and they had to like literally. I think the city condemned it because there was just cracks in the concrete everywhere,
right,
and under the bleachers and stuff. And the city made them tear it down and build a new one.
every time I went there for like 4 playoff games, I believe, when Grayling was playing Menominee in those first rounds. And every time McCord and I would go to the press box, we'd have to clean it up with mice droppings and things like that. I mean, it was bad. I mean, it was not good at all. So
yeah, I think the worst one I remember stories from Denny Chase about Petoskey's old press box before they had their new stadium, at their old one.
Right.
Curtis Field.
Yeah, played on that field.
Yeah, he would talk about how that was just a wooden room on stilts, and you could feel the whole thing swaying in the wind if it was a windy afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Well, this matchup of Traverse City St. Francis hosting Jackson Lumen Christi. Lumen Christi, they're 4-3, but because of that schedule right now, they're a number 1 seed in Division 6.
Yeah, they played a brutal schedule.
Yes.
They've played a brutal schedule. I mean, they beat Pontiac Notre Dame, who St. Francis lost to by multiple scores last week. And then those 3 losses that they have are teams that are a combined 20-1 so far. One of them's an undefeated Catholic school from Ohio, and then they lost to Grand Rapids Catholic Central, who's ranked number 1 and undefeated, and they lost to Dearborn Divine Childs, who's only got 1 loss and ranked number 4, I think, in 5 in D4. And all those games were close too. 4 points, 14 and 4. Against really, really good teams. And then they've beaten some really good teams, too, like Pontiac Notre Dame.
Right.
And a few others. So, yeah, it's pretty deserved for them. I mean, they're number 2 in Division 6 in playoff points for a reason, even with a 4-3 record. And St. Francis is 7th.
Okay.
With that 6-1 record that they have. So it's whoever wins this game is going to get a boatload of points, too.
Yeah, they will. Now, is that game being played tomorrow, James?
Yeah, it's a 4:00 game on Saturday.
4:00 game. Okay, not the standard 1:00 that they usually play, so a 4:00 game at Thurlby Field.
Yep. Yeah, because I'm assuming because Jackson's got to make like a 3-hour trip.
Yeah.
I think it's a JV varsity doubleheader.
Okay, there's some other interesting games around the north. St. John's right now at 4-3 and at a 3 seed as it stands. Undefeated at undefeated Gaylord. Gaylord, a number 1 seed sitting right now in Division 3.
Yeah, they should be a number 1 seed.
Yep.
Yeah, they should be. They haven't lost to anybody. They've beaten some pretty decent teams. They've beaten everybody in the conference. They've got a win over a ranked Kingsley team. Escanaba, who they beat last week by 4, was a very good team coming into that game. And probably them and Marquette, Escanaba and Marquette and Gaylord were the 3 best teams, I think, in the Big North Conference this year.
Sure.
They were able to get out of Marquette and Escanaba with 1-point and 4-point wins. So those were quality wins for them. And then they got St. John's, and then they have week 9. They have their last Big North Conference game, which will just be a warm up for the playoffs because Sault Ste. Marie has not won a game yet.
No, they're really struggling bad this year. They had some good years a few years ago, but right now they are struggling for sure.
They seem to be struggling in all sports too, because even in volleyball, when they're at the Big North Conference now, they're not faring well in the Big North Conference in volleyball either. So it seems like it's something that's maybe they just don't have as strong of a couple classes coming through or something.
Right. Yeah. And that's too bad. Another game with playoff implications is Joburg traveling to 4-3 Mansalona to take on the Ironmen. Right now, Mansalona hanging on to a number 4 seed.
Yeah, Mansalona kind of needs this one to assure themselves. Joburg has struggled this season, but they do have a good running game, so that can keep them in some of these games. So Mansalona's played really good defense this year. The most points that they've given up this year is 16.
Oh, wow.
In any game. So they've kind of hung their hat on defense this season. So they're going to have to defend that run of Johannesburg Lewiston. Joey Smokovich is a really good running back for Joburg. He's had a couple games this season where he's gotten over 200 yards, even though they've lost.
Yeah, as it stands right now, if everything holds true in this one district, it would be Beale City, Mansalona, Glen Lake, and Frankfort, all in the same district.
That's a pretty nice little district.
It is, absolutely. With Beale City setting, I mean, Beale City is just killing everybody.
Yeah.
As they usually do.
Yes, yeah, they do. That they do.
Okay, that's fair.
Trying to be back-to-back state champs. Speaking of Glen Lake, that's who Grayling travels over to. 5-1 Glen Lake, and Grayling coming off that win against Kalkaska, and Glen Lake again 5-1, sitting at a number 2 seed in Division 8.
Yeah, Grayling I think is one of those teams that's dangerous because they're kind of an any given Friday kind of type team.
Yes.
Where a lot of these games they can take a game from you. So Maple City has to look out. They've won 5 in a row. They had that open bye week right in the middle of the season where they couldn't find an opponent to play them, but they've won 5 in a row, sandwiched around that. So things are looking pretty good for them. They played Joburg last week and won 49-6.
Yeah,
which was their most points that they've scored this season. But things are looking pretty good for Glen Lake. It's also going to be kind of a cancer awareness game at Glen Lake tonight too, in honor of a Glen Lake teacher who passed away from cancer recently. So there's an additional layer to that game for Glen Lake.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, let me see. Gaylord St. Mary's, they host Holton. St. Mary's coming off that loss last week. They're sitting at 6-1 and have a 3 seed in Division 2 of the 8-player division.
Yeah, they're going to be 7-1 because Holton is not very good.
They are not. They're 1-6, and yeah, they're struggling.
Yeah, they're a team. I think Holton is brand new to 8-player football this year. They had some problems with getting enough players for 9-player, and just had some issues with over the last couple of seasons. They've just had some struggles. So last year, they didn't even play. I'm looking at their schedule right now. They had 3 forfeits. They had 2 open weeks, and they scored a total of 2 touchdowns in the other games.
Oh wow! Yeah,
and that was playing 11-man in the West Michigan Conference.
Okay.
Guys, want to just take a minute and talk about Sarah Ford in Gaylord or Kalkaska. With winter right around the corner, and it certainly feels like winter today, you need to check out your vehicle's ability to make it through a tough northern Michigan winter. So book your service appointment at Sarah. From their tires to tune-ups, make sure that your car is ready for the snow. Of course, if it isn't, Sarah Ford in Gaylord or Kalkaska has a great selection of pre-owned or brand new all-wheel drive rides like a 2025 Bronco Sport beginning at just $349 a month. Visit sarahgaylord.com or sarahkalkaska.com.
We do appreciate them sponsoring this Sportscape show. James, Onekama, undefeated and playing a winless Baldwin team at Baldwin. How good is Onekama?
Well, they already won that game. So it was played last night.
Oh, so, okay, there you go.
Yep. So they're 8-0. They're looking next week to get their undefeated season. It would only be the second time in school history that they've had an undefeated regular season. The other time was back in the late 70s, I believe.
Okay.
And they play Bel Air, who has struggled pretty well this season. So it seems something pretty likely for Onekama. I mean, they've just been chugging along and rolling. They last night they won 66-6 against Baldwin, who has some. Baldwin has some pretty good. I've seen them play once. They have some pretty good skill players.
Right.
They just don't have a whole lot of size on the lines or anything, and just had some turnovers and stuff when I saw them play against Brethren. But Onekama this year has just been kind of rolling, and that's even though they've been playing. I think they've used 3 different quarterbacks this season, just because of injuries and things. And they've used 3 quarterbacks, and they're still undefeated.
No, that's pretty good. You can use the 3-headed monster there. All of them getting snaps in there. Another game, I know we've gone over a lot of them, but 2 teams that are traditionally in the playoffs every year, Frankfort and East Jordan matching up at East Jordan tonight.
Yeah, both of those teams are 5-2, both in the playoffs as of right now. But East Jordan is sitting at 25th in the playoff points in Division 8. So they need to get at least one win here in the last 2 games, if not 2, to stay in the playoff hunt. So a win over Frankfurt would be pretty good for them. Frankfurt's sitting at 16th out of the 32 that get in. So they're looking to maybe move up in that and get themselves maybe a second home game if things shake out right.
Yeah.
A lot of this is if that district comes together that you were talking about. I don't know that they're going to do that, but if things get moved around, kind of things could be a little different for Frankfurt.
Yeah, exactly. And all these districts I'm talking about are as of this last week's games. It can change with someone else sneaking in there and the whole district gets turned upside down. But this person that does it, and James, you know the guy that does that website, Snooze to You, does a phenomenal job. He's right most of the time.
He does. He's probably like at 95%.
Yeah.
It's pretty darn accurate, and he gets it right most of the time.
That's crazy, considering there's probably nobody paying him.
Oh, exactly. This guy is just, it's incredible.
Get a life, Snooze to You.
No, don't get a life. Thank you, Snooze. Keep it rolling, buddy. Keep it rolling. I don't know who you are, but, man, it's incredible.
Yeah, we had him on back when we had the Get Around podcast. We had him on the podcast one time late in the football season to talk about kind of how he does all of this and how it came about and even how the name came about, which I can't even remember the story now, but
right.
Pretty interesting guy.
Is he getting paid? There's got to be some type of compensation here.
I think he makes some money off of advertising on the website.
Okay.
Kind of thing where some company pays their advertisements on his website. The way a lot of people do so.
Yeah, there's a lot of work here that's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think it's more of a thing that he really, really likes to do rather than something he wants to do to make money.
A labor of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. That's pretty cool. Any other games that we didn't? Harrison at Gladwin, that's a crossover game there in the Jack Pine. Right now, Harrison sitting in a 3 seed in Division 7, and also Gladwin with the 3 seed in Division 5 with their 4-3 record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got those ones. You've got Kingsley's playing Kalkaska this week.
Yep.
In Kalkaska, I believe, and both of those teams are 5-2. Kalkaska is just barely in the playoff bracket right now at 30th.
Yeah, hanging on.
Playoff points, so in Division 6, so they really need these points. Kingsley's a pretty tough ask, but they need to have a pretty good showing at least. And,
where's that game?
Get some points.
That's in Kingsley, isn't it?
Kalkaska.
Kingsley's coming to Kalkaska.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's in Kalkaska, but I'm not 100% sure.
I looked it up there. Yeah, it is at Kalkaska.
Okay. Yeah, and Kingsley's sitting at 12th in Division 6. Kalkaska would be in the same division, so they could possibly, if Kalkaska gets in, they could possibly play in the playoffs. Kalkaska getting in is, we thought that maybe that district would be like St. Francis, Kingsley, in Boyne City, and Reed City.
Yeah.
And maybe Manistee, but Manistee is kind of dropped off a little bit from what the expectations were. So I don't know that they're going to get in or anything, but that's still, those 4 would still be a pretty good regional.
Oh, it would. That in this other region, it's right now tentatively St. Francis, Kalkaska, Boyne City, and they're bringing in Calumet from the Keweenaw Peninsula, because if they got to put them with someone, because there's no other Division 6 teams around that area there that they can match up with.
Yeah. And some of these playoff matchups that you get with the UP teams it's just kind of crazy.
Oh, it's wild. Yeah.
This week I covered a soccer game between Elk Rapids and Houghton, and Houghton had to drive to Elk Rapids.
Oh boy. Okay.
They split it up over 2 days. Like they headed down to Elk Rapids on Monday night.
Yeah.
Stayed in Mackinac City the rest of the trip Monday during the day, and then drove back Tuesday after the game.
Yeah.
And I was tempted to work in a joke about Gremlins after midnight, but I resisted the urge.
Well, thank you for that.
Probably 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right.
All right.
James.
All right, James, anything else before we let you go?
No, this should be good. When you guys were talking about the thing with Dan Dickerson, right when I was coming on, it reminded me of that whole incident reminded me of Major League.
Yeah, of course.
And Bob Uecker.
Yeah, who the hell's listening, though? Except for way more people listening to Dan Dickerson.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You can't say that on the radio.
No.
Why not? Nobody's listening.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not after 15 innings, but evidently there were.
Late at night.
Yeah. We are the Tigers affiliate on the radio. So Jimmy Powers, who is the president of the Ticket, issued the apology, like literally 10 minutes after it happened.
Yep. Whoops-a-daisy.
Yeah. And I don't think anything has happened to him.
Nothing's going to happen.
No, he's
he's too much of a legend there.
Well, there was a whole bunch of comments posted because the thing went viral, and there was not one negative comment about him using profanity. They're like, yeah, that's exactly how I felt.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not like it was directed at a person.
No.
Derogatory or anything like that. I don't see anything coming out of that.
Not at all.
I will have a story this weekend, I think, on Saturday about the referee incident at the Traverse City St. Francis Gaylord soccer game.
Yes. That happened?
A referee. Go ahead, James.
Pushed a kid on the sideline pushed him over the bench.
Yeah.
What?
So the referee was running down the sidelines, and the kid. I think the referee was out of bounds a little bit, wasn't he, James? And
yeah, they do. They usually stay about a yard off the line, and they usually and what I've heard, and I interviewed a kid from St. Francis last night who was in the game. He said both teams were warned multiple times about being too close to the line.
Okay.
And in the video, it looks like the kid from Gaylord, who isn't a player or a coach, who's just a student manager.
Oh, okay.
Sticks his foot out to trip the referee.
Yeah, see, that's what
it looks like. Then the referee turned around and shoved the kid, and the kid went backwards over the aluminum bench.
Okay.
But the referee has been suspended by the MHSAA, had his refereeing registration revoked.
But that's
we'll have a story with some more details on that.
Right. Now, see, because of the video, James, exactly, that it kind of looks like the kid sticks his foot out, but it's on the opposite side of the field, so it's really hard to tell. And that referee got up then and, like James said, pushed him over the bench, and then came back. And what kind of got, none of the teammates or the guys around the crowd, would get in between the two. A kid off the field come running over to get in between the two. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was one of the Gaylord field players who kind of came in.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, now the kid out on the bench and everything.
I know.
That's not a good look.
No, it's not. Not at all. All the way around.
Well, no, and it's not going to help their recruitment of officials, which is the MHSAA is, dying for officials.
That's exactly right. They need them desperately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this guy was a veteran official, too. Not like a young ref or anything. But,
right, okay.
But apparently he had been warning them a couple times about being too close, because those referees have to run up and down the sidelines.
Oh yeah,
kind of blindly. They're looking at what's going on in the field rather than what's going on behind them. So, I've seen referees run into, TV cameramen or coaches or whatever, and somebody can get hurt.
You see it in the NFL.
They're pretty good, and then they've got that flag thing in their hand too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Okay, on that happy note.
It's a wild one for sure, James.
All right, check out James Cook's reporting at the Traverse City Record Eagle. James, thanks for joining us. We'll be in touch with you again next week.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, James.
All right.
Thanks.
Yep. That's going to do it for the Sarah Ford High School Sportscape show. Sarah Ford in Gaylord. It's sarahgaylord.com or sarahkalkaska.com to get a great new or certified pre-owned vehicle. Please consider using Sarah Ford. Rich, you are on the road again.
On the road to Bay City Western, out in Auburn, Michigan, way out in farm country. Always a beautiful area. Looking forward to it.
Okay. You and JJ have a great call. I will not be here tomorrow for the scoreboard show.
Oh, you will not?
Roadrunner will be co-hosting with you.
Okay.
All right. That's going to do it for us here. Thanks for joining us on Up North Sports Radio. Back over to Infinity Sports Broadcasting.
About Vlad Guerrero Jr. being worth that amount of money. I saw so many contracts that didn't work for the Padres, right? And some other organizations, but whatever, dude. That guy's amazing. Guy's amazing.
You know who else might be wrong?
Tell me.
Phillies president of baseball operations, Dave Dombrowski.
Yeah.
Who wasn't the one, but still is part of the Phillies, who gave Bryce Harper a few years ago a big time deal. Well, listen to the Phillies president of baseball ops yesterday have some pretty harsh words about what he expects in the future of his former MVP.
In Bryce's case, of course, he's still a quality player. He's still a all-star caliber player. He didn't have an elite season like he has had in the past. And I guess we only find out if he becomes the elite or he continues to be good. I mean, it's not like he's... it's like if you say to me, I look around the league, I was trying to think, Freddie Freeman. He's a really good player, right? He still is a good player. Is he elite like he was before? Probably not to the same extent, and so that's nothing negative.